Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start out. Tell me where we are, what we're doing. What is Bands of Enchantment, and what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's a good question. What are we doing here?
Well, we're at the rail yards. We're at the rail yards, and this is the blacksmith shop of the rail yards. And as you can see, we've done a little something to it back here.
Yeah, and well, this is Vince, and I'm Ken. And Bands of Enchantment is New Mexico's international music television show. It's an Austin city limits for New Mexico, for Albuquerque. Season 1 was filmed in Tucumcari, New Mexico, and is currently airing on PBS, Roku, and Tubi. Streams on Tubi and Roku worldwide, and has aired, broadcasted on PBS all across the country and all the major cities, and continues to do so. So season 2 is here at the rail yards. We've been filming all month. We've brought bands in from all over the world, and then we've also promoted New Mexican bands.
5 acts.
Yeah, so we bring artists from all over and merge them with New Mexican artists, and we send that out to the world. And it's a show as a postcard of Albuquerque to the world, and sharing the New Mexico that we love with great music.
So I've been to a lot of these, but who have you brought in so far? And I know you've got one more to go, but who's been here?
Yeah, let's see if we can hit all those. So Oliver Wood. Kicked it off with Oliver Wood from Nashville and kind of all over. But and then we had Red Light Cameras, Albuquerque's own. We had Zach Person from Houston, Texas. We had Jonathan Tyler from Austin, Texas.
Rare
Americans from Vancouver. And then we had Alex Mariol from Santa Fe. We had Felix y los Gatos from Albuquerque, Side Montero from Albuquerque.
Interstate
from New Mexico. Then we had French Cassettes last night from San Francisco. And we had Flor de Tolache from originally New York, but really from all over.
And they've got some roots here too.
Yeah.
Flor's got some roots.
Yeah. And then tonight we have Ila Bamba from Portland / Mexico City.
So talk about your connection to New Mexico and to Albuquerque. I mean, you're bringing musicians from all over, so theoretically you could do this anywhere. So, and you guys and a lot of the people that are involved are from all over. So what's your particular connection to this particular place, and why here?
So we were born in Detroit, but our family merged. He's actually my stepbrother. We lost a step in the 90s. And our family came together in New Mexico when I was about 11 years old, and Vince was 14.
Older. I didn't have to say numbers.
Yeah, sorry. But our parents moved us to the Southwest, to Las Cruces, and it was kind of a life changer. I think for me personally,
yeah.
I had really lost direction, or kind of New Mexico became a North Star for me. I discovered the guitar and went to shows. We would come up here for all of our concerts with my friends. I saw Weezer when they were still just a small band, and the Shins, and on Central Avenue I'd come to all my concerts. So yeah, it kind of became just our home, and our parents still live here. And the entertainment industry, when we graduated, I went to New Mexico State University, and there just wasn't that much because we're a little older, a couple more birthday candles in our cake. So we traveled around and for the entertainment industry, and we'd share our love for New Mexico, and people would, they just didn't, it was, desert, or Breaking Bad, and
how's it like? What's it like being in another country?
Yeah, you speak Spanish, and it's yes, but also. But we wanted to change the dialogue. Is kind of how it came about. We wanted to get home more and spend time with our parents, and we wanted to share the New Mexico that changed us and forever put an impression of just music, arts, culture, the best food, and that's what we want to share with this show.
So another big question I have for you is how, because how did you pull this off? Lots of people have lots of really big, great ideas, and very small percentage of them can actually bring that idea, right, all the way forward, put together all of the resources and actually make it happen. And you went from a big idea to like big implementation?
I think, well, number one is, my dad, stepdad, and Ken early on, started to formulate this and start to discuss it around town in New Mexico. And of course, as you might expect, the way that it was received was like, oh, you want to do what now? And I want to give a lot of credit to the town of Tucumcari for like kicking this off. They should sort of share in a little bit of that glory of like having a bit of a vision and taking a chance. But it took all of us really to come together and like set out the plan and take it piece by piece. It's no easy feat to do this. You have to have a true passion for doing something that you believe in, but also have the skills and the team to be able to pull it off. We've kind of really just, through passion, fun, and a little bit of grinding it out, we've made it happen. We've connected with all the right people, I think.
And should we get Santino on that camera?
Yes,
since
we
he's
should.
like laying over there?
He's camera ready.
Come on,
always camera
Santino,
ready.
come on over here. They're like talking about you. Okay.
Do I look in the camera?
Stare
or-
directly at the camera, yeah. And hold your hands up like this.
What do you do to make these guys look good every day? Like what are you doing behind the scenes?
I don't sleep. I mostly don't sleep. What I try to do basically is try to think ahead. I kind of do a little bit of everything. You need some craft service? I got that. The bathrooms outside not working? I'll figure it out. As Vince said earlier, this bench was broken. I got you. Definitely about trying to think ahead and see how things are going to function. I'm the nuts and bolts to their business savvy, more political ability to speak. That's where I'm the more direct. This is what I think, and go from there. What's interesting is, living now in Los Angeles, when I do come back to New Mexico, there's the sense of, and the guys were hitting on, as community, you just kind of feel, the feeling is different. There's almost a welcomingness to it. I can't really explain it so much, because it's just, like they're your own kind. You just kind of, there's the shorthand. It's kind of like head nods, it's kind of like, yeah, you get it, It's just that. So having it here in Albuquerque, specifically in New Mexico, it just feels like you're home. And I think that's something that we've all tried to equally create, is when you come into the venue, there's people smiling at you. And the people that I've talked to are very much like, this is cool. This is a cool vibe about it. Like, even, again, it's just a feeling you get, and it's warmth.
Yeah. Well, I can say, because our department, Arts and Culture, is happy to be one of your partners, happy to be in a big family of organizations here in Albuquerque who said yes to you guys. But also, I've come to almost all of the nighttime concerts, and Oliver Wood was amazing and magical that first night. But all of them were, and I think that's one of the things that's really beautiful. I don't know whose taste in music we are experiencing, but it feels like you guys just love music, because every night is really different. There's not a genre that is mostly represented, right? It's just really good music. So if you're open and you're like a musical omnivore, you're gonna be full after a season, and then hopefully after a festival. So
yeah, thank you. I want to give credit to Ken about the musical pastiche, because he's got an incredible acumen for music. He spends so much time researching, and I think we go with people who resonate with a lot of heart and a lot of soul. Like, our tastes are eclectic. Mine are very eclectic, but when we talk about the lineup, and he's like, hey, what do you think about this? And we'll go back and forth, but ultimately I think we just keep going back to people who just like have a lot of soul, and like they have something that's just that there's something intangible with all of them. Like you're saying, like, could you pick a favorite? I don't know if you could. Everyone has one, but I have to say big kudos to our sound and camera teams. They make it look fantastic, they make it sound fantastic.
So season 1 is been going around and around on PBS and others. You got season 2 almost at least done in terms of performances. But I know you guys are thinking beyond even tomorrow when you finish all of your live music for season 2. So what is beyond?
Well, it's a good question, Shell. We were just chatting. It's
funny you should ask.
Yeah, we would like to keep it here, and we're in talks of doing that. And for us, this was an opportunity to show what we could do, what this can do, what this is, and how big of a concept and dream that this is. And really, it's also the community coming out, and it's been kind of a word of mouth thing, but as people have found out, they're just so supportive and are like, oh my God, we need this, this is perfect. And the bands coming back for other bands, and kind of the support of Albuquerque and New Mexico for musicians is uncanny, like anywhere else I've ever been.
Yeah, I think we didn't have any expectations at all, but have been nothing but really kind of blown away by the big hearts, really. Yeah.
And then to transfer that, I was just talking this with a couple, Alex Merrill and his some of his bandmates, but for them, they came out last night to French Cassettes from San Francisco, and just taking that love and connection and then building it out to countrywide, to worldwide, and just the support. And they were talking like, next time you're coming through here, we'll play a gig together, you know, over here, and just building the community out even broader, because you need that as an artist, and that's really important to us. We started in the arts, performer, musician as well, and creating that community is everything for us. So season 3 is hopefully here.
We're gonna get started on it right away, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right now, we actually got to go.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, it's been what, 3+ years to get to this
moment.
point. Yeah, in total, and it doesn't really stop now. And our vision is that, festival and beyond, the beyond is that this doesn't end. If it's going to be Austin City Limits for New Mexico, for Albuquerque, we want to start dropping the Austin City Limits comparison and just be us here. Bands of Enchantment here, and let it run for forever if we can, decades. If we can get, down the track a few years, then I think we've got a real shot at that longevity.
I think we're all looking forward to how this grows in Albuquerque, and so thank you for coming back home with this. This is amazing, and it's nice to have you guys all here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for chatting.
All right.